because you're either going to do something great or you're going to learn something. You only fail if you stop, and I wasn't about to stop. So if you can learn anything from me and keep from having to go through that same learning lesson, the one thing I'm going to challenge you to do is believe in yourself. Or if you don't believe in yourself, why would those people who see more in you than you see in you be advocating so hard if it wasn't something there? Take that leap, because I promise you the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to learn something or you're going to do something amazing. Either way, you're going to be better than you are right now by just taking that leap. I hope this shifted your perspective just a little.
I hear you, man. I seen the videos. They're hilarious, dude. You are funny. The problem is you're not getting any views, so it's probably time for you to take a stroll. Not a whole stroll, a stroll down Creator Ave, bro. Creator Ave is a place that posts top quality comedy content, vlogs, podcasts, stand-up comedy. These people know funny, and I guarantee you they can get more views on your content than you can. Absolutely. But yeah, you're funny, man. Why you keep asking me that? Why would I lie to you? Do I look like your baby mama? You are hilarious, and the world needs to hear your jokes. Creator Ave. Go now. Tell them Tony sent you. I gotta go, dog. That's my wife calling me. All right, peace out.
Right, because I choose violence this day.
Yeah.
I want the people that came on stage before me to be hilarious.
You're like, I'm human.
So that's why I got Barbara Carlyle, who's like a veteran. She's super funny no matter what. Every time I've ever seen her perform, and she's been doing comedy for 40 years, and every time I see her perform, she kills a room no matter where we are in the world, no matter what kind of room. I used to do shows with her in Japan. She used to perform for all the troops all over the world. Like, she can do comedy anywhere. Anywhere.
Cougar Chronicles. What's the scoop? What's the deal? What's the issue? What's your wish? What's your love affair? Maybe you can share. Maybe you can share. But when you do the baby, you can share.
Good evening. It's the 16th episode of Cougar Chronicles, and I'm here makeupless because I need some sleep. I am running on reserve tank, but we're gonna get through this because we got to do what we got to do when we got to do it while we got a lively audience. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Cougar Chronicles X episode. I want to say X, but episode, because I'm thinking about some of my exes. I don't want y'all to think I had a lot of exes. They just had a lot of me. Anyway, we're talking about politics. We're talking about people. We're talking about each other because we're known to do that, man. We're known to get on each other's nerves. So y'all sit back and relax, and we're gonna jump into everything. We talk about entertainment, pop culture, from courtroom chaos to viral controversy. So let's get into it. All right, we are going to meet the panel that's on right now. So let's start up top. He likes to be in that big corner over there, top right corner. Malt Leasy, let us know about you, man. Tell us what you got coming up. Tell us what you've been doing.
Ain't nothing, just been chilling, man. You already know. Malt Leasy on all social media sites. You know what I mean? Y'all get a chance. Y'all come follow me. I'm going to follow you back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, why we ain't seeing you today? What you doing that you can't show your face today? Are you wanted or something? Somebody looking for you?
Nah, I'm finna turn it on. I kind of was eating. I ain't want to be rude. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Because
rude.
that's Jessica's thing. And she's the one that come on and eat while everybody else doing whatever. So I hope she comes on tonight. Her, Latoya. But if they don't, we got it. We got it. We got it covered. Miss Diane Quarter Center Square. How are you doing, Diane? Diane, can you hear me?
Oh, doing.
Yeah, it's kind of going in and out, Diane. Can you hear me, Diane?
I can hear you. You can't.
No, yours is going in and out.
Oh,
Well, I'll let you know. Diane is coming to us from Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. The big cold place to me. Man, I don't think I ever felt anything colder than Chicago besides Alaska and Colorado. But it's okay. It's cool. I'll still go there because I love it. Anyway, over there on the Mont Leasy, we got Miss Sandra Mincy. How you doing today, Sandra?
I'm Sandra from Willingboro, New Jersey, on nobody's social media, on nobody's Facebook, on nobody's nothing.
Well, I'm glad you are on here.
Only on Barbara Carlyles Cougar Chronicles.
Cougar Chronicles, because she wants to be a cougar in her next life. She's a good
Not
Christian
even,
woman right now.
not even in this life, Barbara. Not even in this life. Next
not in
life,
this
no
life.
life.
You don't know what it's like to be a cougar. You just
I
don't
know,
know,
and
Sandra.
I'm just gonna have to let it be. I'm gonna let it be.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to say welcome to everyone that's on. We're gonna have some more people joining. At least that's what they said. But if we don't, that's just the way. That's just the way it is. I want to thank Like Minds and the Come Through Network for running our boards for us, keeping us running. I'm not gonna give up on this thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to convince her to go back to us doing uh I can't even think of the name of it. Uh, what was the name of our other show?
Mask.
Mask, Making All Souls Kindred Spirits. I mean, I had a brain fart. Do you know my short-term memory loss is getting worse? And I don't like that. It's getting worse. I'm gonna have to go tell the VA they got to give me something because I
You got to
can't go
drink
around
more.
here.
You got to drink more water.
Drink more water. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably do though. I really do. I probably do need to drink more water. And I think what happens is when I don't have on makeup, I can't function. So, because that's my crutch. Anyway, so
I think it's a Pepsi thing, Barbara. I think you
I
gotta get
don't
off
do
Pepsi.
Pepsi. I haven't done Pepsi since COVID. I'm a ginger ale woman now.
Oh,
So you
shit.
can't blame it on Pepsi. I don't do the dark sodas anymore. I do the light skin sodas because I'm prejudiced. Okay.
That lady, that's crazy.
All right. I got to tell you about, of course, I'm on the tour presently with Tiffany Haddish. Her Funny and Fearless tour with her and Plain Monroe. You go to tiffanyhaddish.com for tickets if we are anywhere near your town. But right now, while we're taking a hiatus from that, I'm doing June 7th. I will be in Metter, Georgia for Juneteenth. Me and my girls, the Real Housewives of Comedy, which of course Diane Carter is one of them, and four of us are doing it. The other three, Small Fry had something to do. I never heard back from Alicia, and I know that Sylvia is working. So anyway, so the four of us gonna handle things along with Sherman Dante Ray from the uh, Country Wayne saga, all those kind of little spinoffs that you got. So if you're anywhere near Meta, and it starts Juneteenth begins at 4:00 p.m., ends at 10 p.m. It's in the park in the middle of Meta, downtown Meta. So please come on out. Let's have us a good time. They have vendors out there, and just we'll be there. We'll be going on stage around about 6:30 or so. So if you're in the area, come on out. We're gonna have some of our merchandise out there for you to peruse and buy. and the operative word is buy after you peruse, and we're gonna do the thing. Then June 8th, believe it or not, we're having a show, a comedy show in Twin City, Georgia, at the barn with the same people that you see out there. We're not really performing at Juneteenth, but we will be performing a full show with a buffet, $25. Maybe more at the door. I doubt it. It's just gonna be the $25. So if you want tickets, please contact me at 912-259-8860, or you can hit me on my website, barbaracarlisle.com. And now I'm sure like mine's will come up with something that says /tickets, or hit me on my Cash App. That's Barbara Ann Carlisle. The B, the A, and the C. That's $ Barbara Ann Carlisle. B, the A, the C, capitalized. All right. June 14th, if you're out in Montgomery, Alabama, that's where I will be in Montgomery, Alabama, one of those boots on the ground kind of thing. But my boots won't be on the ground because I cannot do that. I cannot do that dance. Well, I haven't even tried, to tell you the truth. I'm just learning to do the fan. But June 18th, I'll be in Columbus, Ohio. So if you know anybody out there, let them know that that's part of that Tiffany Haddish tour. Columbus, Ohio, July 18th. And then we'll go from there to Laurinburg, Indiana on July 19th. That's part of the Tiffany Haddish.com, Tiffany Haddish Funny and Fearless tour. Okay. On tonight's show, we got the Roar Report. We got Cougar Cravens, which I really like because we always can't seem to agree on what men are fine, because I can't really depend on the women on here to tell me what a fine man consists of. And the men don't really have too much to say about how many women who they consider the fine women. So, but we'll see tonight. But we're going to talk about that. But let's go. Let's start with all the stuff that we got to talk about tonight. All right. Diddy trial heats up. $100,000 bribe and hotel video suppression. Day 15 of the trial brings explosive testimony from former hotel security chief Eddie Garcia, who claims Diddy paid $100,000 to suppress a 2016 video showing an alleged assault on Cassie Ventura. Prosecutors argue this supports the sex trafficking charges and reveals obstruction of justice. The courtroom question: is this a circus, or what do you think about this? Welcome, Paula Gilcrease. How are you doing, Paula? Thank you for joining us. Paula is joining us from Atlanta, Georgia. Paula is also a member of the Real Housewives of Comedy, so you will see her if you're in Meta, if you're in Twin City this weekend, where we try to lay it down for y'all. All right. What say you all? Anybody?
Yeah, I thought the case was already. I thought she took 30 million. Remember? I thought they settled out of court on that. So they just bringing that up just because it happened, or what? Because
no, I don't think he paid her before they made it. They tried to press charges on him. So she got that 30 million, but then she had to end up testifying against him.
Well, shit. Well, that's all.
But it wasn't just her though. What you got to understand is, if you go watch the thing, it's a lot of people that he has supposedly, essayed. You have to be politically correct. Ladies, have you been following it? Diane, Sandra, Paula, have you been following the P. Diddy trial?
Yep, I followed it.
What do you think?
I think that I'm sick of the whole thing about the trial being about what happened between him and Cassie. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with her being a witness to his RICO charges, mainly trafficking, purchasing these people, bringing them across state lines for the purpose of having sex. Because in every state except Vegas, I think, prostitution is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's getting these people together to have sex with her, whether she willingly did it or not, it was his resources, his money,
Mm-hmm.
his team that helped him do all of this. If you listen to one of her testimonies, she talked about his medications that he would get under a different name. That's illegal. That doctor put it in John Black, gave the address, is the doctor's office. Cassie's building the case. That's the bottom line to her. What she did, what kind of freak she is, what her husband thing, ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's Diddy's resources, Diddy's money, Diddy's people that were put into place to bring about all of this sex and anything else drug related. And they may even surprise us with some other things because they tried to talk about some underage people, but they started with the male prostitutes first. We haven't even heard about the rest yet. So Diddy, he going to jail.
Diddy, but they're trying to say, and a lot of people are, which I think is stupid, because if you just add up all the stuff and look at the video footage of all the things that he did to Cassie, and they was like, well, they were in a relationship, and even if she said, I was down with it at first because she was a young girl, probably starstruck. He, wooed her by saying she was gonna have a 5 album deal, from what I understand, and whatever. She ended up doing like one song or one album or something. But and I think he groomed her.
Definitely, yeah. 19 years old, and he was almost 40. Yeah, he groomed her. He overwhelmed her with the type of money that he had,
and he probably convinced her, you can do this for me. I love you. If you do this for us, just think about all the money we can get, all the power, all this. And I mean, I'm an old woman. If you tell me the right thing, I'll probably do some stupid. I ain't gonna do too stupid stuff, but I'll.
And after a while, though, after you've done so many egregious things, your self-esteem takes a hit. You may not feel like you can go anywhere or do anything. You might as well just stay here in this mess.
Yeah. Especially when you're young and impressionable.
Exactly.
And you think you're in love, because we all have fallen for somebody that had that gift of gab.
Yep.
And and then when you finally wake up, it's like, I can't believe I did this. So
when you're looking at the grooming aspect,
wait a minute, Sandra. I gotta say this before you go on. Huh? Say that again. Sandra.
Yes.
Say that again.
I said you got to look at the grooming aspect of anything, because they, for children or anybody. And she wasn't his first person doing that, because you're looking at first of all, like she said, the trial is not against, is not cast. They keep bringing her up, but that's not what they are trying to. That's what the trial is about. Just like who it was on before, what she was saying. That's what you got to look at, because she painted the whole picture. Paula painted the whole picture of what it's really about, and. Then I was just going to comment on the grooming, when they are grooming. The fact that she was 19 years old, that people are forgetting that. She was a young girl, inexperienced with all of that stuff that he was doing. And then what he did was, very impressionable. And he brought her in, and it act like, in the beginning, what they do is they act like it's all about you and him and the relationship he's trying to build, because you've changed his whole mind. You 19 and you made you're what he's been waiting for, or whatever. So he brings her into all of that stuff. And then he didn't start out doing it, but it led up to it after he got her hooked on him. And then he could bring a little bit more in and a little bit more in, because that's what they do. So all the cases that, stuff that happen with young kids, teenage girls, they do it. You got to look at how he set her up as a groomer. And you got to look at Diddy. He had been doing this for a long, long, long time.
So he knew,
and she was just one of many.
But the thing is, he also preyed on the part of saying, okay, I got secrets, I got this. And that's one of the things he did. He had cameras, hidden cameras everywhere, having people doing stuff, saying stuff. So that's how he got a lot of the stars caught up in all his craziness.
And
But he got her caught up too.
He got
Yeah,
her
I know.
Because he introduced the drug aspect of it. It was a lot of stuff going on that before he got her to the point where he got her too. You know what I'm saying? There was there's a lot. There's a lot of ugly, a lot of ugly in that whole thing. That is not that if you haven't, if you don't know anything about it, you can't even conceive it in your mind because it's an ugly picture. It's the
Well,
worst
I
of
think
humanity
that,
that what you're looking at.
I'm just
and the
at,
more he got her to do, the more power he thought he began to feel he had, because he started doing all
Not
kind of
just
stuff,
her,
having
Barbara.
people ordered, killed, and that power thing is like a drug, you know.
But Barbara, he was doing that before her.
Yes.
I know that, but I'm
Yeah, so
saying,
but you're thinking that, oh, he just got a power trip. No, he was already on one.
I know, but
He was
I'm
long on
saying
one
it
before
got
that.
more and more enhanced the more people that got pulled into his little thing, and he got them to do all this stuff, and unbeknownst to them, that he was taping so that he could use
They
it
knew
for
he was taping
leverage
because
in the
that's how he got
future.
him to do it, Barbara. You got to realize
No, no, a lot of those people did
oh
not
yes, he was
know.
taping. He was taping at the point that with the whole sex thing. He was always taping. They was always on video. And that's how he got them to do the things that they did because he had evidence against them that if you don't do it, then I'm
But
gonna
they
reveal
didn't
X,
know
Y, and Z.
he told them later he was
After,
taping.
yeah, he told them. Some of them he
Yeah,
told
He,
after
after.
he
he
was
didn't.
taping.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not while he was
that's
taping,
what
of
I'm
course
talking
not.
about.
But that's
Hmm.
how he got them to some of them to do what he got them to do was because he had that tape, you know.
What pisses me off the most is you had all this money that you made, you had all this influence and impact, and this is what you did with your life. All the people that could have been all the children that could have been fed, all the
Hmm.
education you probably could have helped somebody with, anything you could have done on a higher platform to help your people, if nothing, if not poor people or hungry people all over the world, you get your ass put in a case where you're gonna lose your whole freedom over sex.
but
But
By
people are
they got to
saying,
get to the case though, because the case ain't sex. Like, you
well,
know what I'm
that's what
saying?
they're trying to make it out to be. They're trying to say
That ain't
you
gonna
can't
win,
put
though,
him
auntie.
in jail because he was a freak.
You
Uh,
can't.
and when you had people doing, but now all this other stuff that he was doing, ordering people to be killed, getting like she says, transporting people, transporting drugs, all
sex.
that kind of stuff. You know,
They got to
ordering
get to
people
that
to
in
be
the court
killed.
then. They got to talk about that in court then, because
They
Yeah,
right
are
now we
talking
just
about it. A
they are
lot of people
talking
have shown up to testify and had to come.
I seen Kid Cudi get up there, but Kid Cudi ain't do nothing but tell a bunch of jokes up there. You know what I mean? He told about his car getting blew up.
Capricorn. That lady named Capricorn. She dittoed a lot of stuff that Cuddy talked about. She was damaging. She was very damaging to his violent nature, to the violent stuff that he did. He was violent towards her. He had her locked in a warehouse for 5 days and threatened her. She knew about the Kid Cudi Molotov cocktail. She knew a lot of stuff. And she had said stuff before and it didn't go anywhere. So she was a eyewitness. There's a cook or a maid or a cook, I think. She's coming next.
Mhm. But
It's a lot.
come to find out, he was having sex with her too.
Yeah, he was having sex with a lot of people.
Everybody, in order for them to keep their job or to do whatever or
That little
get
Tootsie
their
Roll.
pay increase. He then too. Now they're getting into all these underground tunnels that he had.
Mm,
There was supposedly one that led from his mansion all the way underground, all the way to the Playboy Mansion.
true.
Now, and
Yeah, heard
I
that too.
mean, is what you got to have a tunnel for? What do you? I
Again,
don't know.
all of that, when you had all that money, power, and influence, you could have been doing things, philanthropic stuff, chill out
He
somewhere.
thought he was Harriet Tubman
This
of
is
the
where
sex
you gonna end
trade.
up. This is sad. I'm really pissed because this is a failure of a man. Failure of a man.
Yeah. And even his mom said that she began to notice that he was not the person, and she told him one day, "You're not the person I raised. You know, I'm not agreeing." She used to go to the parties, and she'd be there about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, it was enough. She had to go, and
Yeah.
stopped going or whatever. But Malt Leasy, as a man, I mean, I know you can't speak for every man's psyche, but is there a rush of power in doing those kind of things and victimizing people and?
Nah, he bored. He done did it all before. You know what I mean? So he trying to do whatever can stimulate his nuts. It seemed like, you know what I mean? Like,
True. That's right.
It's the truth. That nigga bored. That nigga done everything under the sun. Puffy done had money since the 90s. Puffy still got checks for Craig Mack and all them. Yeah. Craig Mack and all them shit. Mary J. Blige. He's still cashing out with them. So he done everything. He done threw every party. They say that nigga parties in New York used to be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like in the street.
Out at the Hamptons, the all white parties.
Right.
Those were the one where they had the freaky.
Right.
You know.
So he done did it all. So I'm just thinking he bored. He got bored. He got bored to the point where he was like, see, she said all he do is sit in the corner and jack off and watch.
Well, believe it or not.
We did two.
What's the guy named? The Punisher, the Batman dude, whatever the guy named that coming in oil up Cassie. All he did was watch. That's how much he done. He fucked up. He bored. He done killed supposedly, allegedly, unalived some people. A lot of people and got away with it before. He done got away with murder 2-3 times. The man bored.
I'll tell her to let you back in.
The man bored. So that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Speaking from a man's point of view, that nigga
can't come back on.
That don't get me off. Like he bored. Ain't that much power in the world, man. Man, just he fucked up.
Like mine. Sandra is trying to get back in. She says she's having trouble, but it's on her end, not us. So just be on the watch for her.
And then they say his little thing ain't but a Tootsie Roll.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Naomi Campbell said that like 15, 20 years ago. She said it was little.
Well,
that could be part of his.
I don't know.
That's his fixation. That could be. That's his fixation to watch men that's built better than him do something with somebody he likes. That's his fixation, man.
Yep.
All right, let's move on, y'all. CPS called on Miss Shirley's mom. After viral sensation Miss Shirley's videos caught fire online, someone called CPS on her mom. Social media is split. Was it concerned or clout? What say y'all? Y'all do know who Miss Shirley is, right?
Yeah, that little girl. The little girl
that's does all the with them all those
line dances.
That's more geared toward the cowboy theme and whatever.
She's a cute girl. I like seeing her dance.
Yeah, it was cute when she was doing that little dance, but then when they started making her do my Johnny Gill song with the little long red tight dress, and she putting on all the jewelry and slipping her foot. That song was a little too mature.
And she's a little girl too. She's not a tiny little girl, so I can see how somebody would over sexualize her. My only concern is I know that a lot of people have been traumatized as children, so they tend to project on to somebody else. Because that child was subject to not an inspection. What you call it? The doctors had to what is it? What you call it? Examine the baby. Yeah, they had to take her through.
Sandra would know more about that because that's the kind of work she used to do. Yeah, but unfortunately, she can't get back on right now.
Y'all talking about this little girl, okay?
Yeah, that little girl.
Yeah,
and you know, people were complaining because there were a lot of some of those guys that were doing the line dances that she was dancing with. When they had the interview, she was sitting on their laps and all that kind of stuff. You know,
that's too much stuff.
Mm-hmm. And they're sitting there with her on their lap, just looking at, gazing in her eyes, you know.
One of the problems too is the mama she did a Facebook page called Fans Only or Only Fans for Miss Shirley. And so some people thought she had an OnlyFans page on the website OnlyFans, which is known for a lot of sexuality. Yeah. That was what sparked the whole thing. People got scared, like, what is she doing, pimping the kid out? And I think she just the mama's always there. She's the one videotaping. I think she thinks she's diligent, but I think she spiritually got a wake up call to, hey, watch it. I don't think the baby was doing anything. I don't think she was doing anything wrong to the baby. I don't think she thought it was any more.
It's all about the money that she can get from this.
It's back.
She's not gonna leave her. I hope she wouldn't leave her daughter with anybody.
Exactly.
I think but she's trying to get her to do a lot more than 3. But
I think too, it's a wake up call, because it don't take a minute for somebody to assault your child. So I think she just got a good, whether it was, I ain't mad at nobody either way. I ain't mad at nobody. They did it because they were upset or they were triggered. I think she needed a little bit of a wake up call to chill out, because you got to be careful whether you think everything's okay or not. One slip up and Miss Shirley is done. So you know.
And two, I mean, on some of the TikTok things I've read that she was getting booked for like $6,000. She wasn't getting booked for no kid parties.
There are no kids paying for that. That's right. Right.
I mean, why do I need her to come to my 3-year-old's birthday party just because she can dance?
And she
had the other 3-year-olds, they ain't even interested. They, so
yeah, and they had millions and millions of downloads, and you know how the porn men are, or the porn people, as women too, porn people are. So a lot of people didn't like. They were talking about how many times she's been downloaded, like ridiculous amounts, and they're weird. So I mean, she's putting that child in a dangerous situation, because it don't take number. You turn your back and Shirley gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she needed that wake up call to just be a little bit more secure, a little bit more thoughtful, or either cut it out.
Damn, so her career started and is over with. Same.
No, it's not over with. She's still out there.
The mama determined to get that money. That's why I said that mama, she done got a warning now. She keep it up. She got a warning.
Let's welcome Harry O to the panel. How you doing, Harry O? Thank you for joining us. Let us know where you are and tell us about yourself.
Ooh.
You, Harry O.
No, I said, ooh. I'm having
you said, ooh.
Down in the A. Yeah, I'm in the A. I'm just chilling about myself. Just regular, newly retired, just enjoying life. That's about it.
Harry O comes to us from New York. That's where he is originally from, New York. I knew him. He was one of my next door neighbors that terrorized me when I lived in Roosevelt, New York. So he done moved out to Atlanta. Now I got to get terrorized some more. Anyway, thank you for coming, Harry O. We were talking about the Puffy case, and if you have any insight into what is going on before we move to the next topic, please tell us what you think about it.
I wasn't there, that's all.
You wasn't there? You wanted to be there? You know, Puffy was doing men and women.
Nah. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a bad guy. However, the case isn't on him being a bad guy. I think, they haven't proven it, but is he a scumbag? Yes. But, is he going to he can get convicted of being a scumbag, depending on what the jury said. But I don't think they proved anything, the charges they got him for. So
what I said, dog.
Well, according to Mark Leasy, his only crime is being a freak.
Superb freak. Superb.
A superb freak. Okay.
Yeah.
So
superb.
I guess the men think differently from the women. We just think that it was a power thing for him. I think, control. So then we move to Miss Shirley. Do you know the story of Miss Shirley, the 3-year-old that's taking the line dance thing by storm, especially with the where them fans at kind of thing, and how they're trying to monetize her by doing so much that shouldn't be done by a 3-year-old. What do you think?
No, I'm not aware of it, so I can't speak on it right
So
now.
you don't be on social media.
Be on all kind of different things, but I'm just not aware of that.
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll move on then. All right. Job Corps faces sudden shutdown under Trump. The Trump administration is attempting to shut down Job Corps, citing inefficiencies. Contractors are pushing back legally, claiming only Congress can do that. I don't know about y'all, but I just think Trump think he is a king for real, and he can say what goes. He's not running the country like a leader. He's running the country like a revenge platform. If I don't agree with him, he's gonna do whatever he can to make sure I don't get my whole livelihood is just gone, obliterated. What do y'all think?
I'm really pissed that he's doing this because in the wake of us, like the gentleman said, he's retiring. We getting a lot of people who are about to retire from doing all of these trades. And Job Corps has been excellent in turning out people with trades.
Yeah,
and
especially with wayward kids.
Yeah, why would you do it? Matter of fact, it needs to be expanded because we're 50,000 short every year on plumbers and all that stuff. Like, you're going to have a waiting list out of sight or somebody's going to monopolize it. So why would you get rid of a program like that? If nothing else, if they get a job, maybe you can work it out where they pay back some of that. Then you can make a profit out of it once they get a job. A lot of these programming, coding, developers, cybersecurity, a lot of them will train you. And then when you get a job, they ask you to pay them the money back at a certain small rate. You could do something like that with Job Corps, but it's not smart. It's the dumbest thing I've heard since.
Well, it's not just Job Corps. I mean, he's trying to cut out everything. When they came in with the Doge things, Department of Government Efficiency, where is that money going that you took from everybody? Who gets that money? If we're still our deficit is still in the trillions, what happened to all that money he supposedly went in? All these you allowed somebody that wasn't even from America to come in and go and bring hackers and go into the government workers' accounts. You fired so many people who have been working all this time, taking away their benefits and everything. But you want a $400 million plane. You go down to Mar-a-Lago every weekend to go play golf, which is costing. So I don't understand what is up with the Republicans that they act like they cannot say no to this man.
I mean, Trump feel like shit. He let Larry Hoover free. Y'all can let a lot of shit he do goddamn.
We were going to talk about that too, but he didn't let him free. He
commuted him. I know
he took away the death penalty. He still got to do the years in jail.
Yeah, 200. Yeah. Now I was just clowning, but yeah, that's what he do. You know, Trump run the country like he want to bet. Like I told y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how he do it. He run the country like he want to bet. He like, man, shit, dog. Shit, I ain't really me.
I want to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I won, but I ain't really think y'all wanted me to really do shit. So fuck it. I just do what I feel like. You know what I mean? So
that's how I felt about his first term.
No, but because this term he is really trying to rake in the money. And I mean, he got his hands in everything. And all of a sudden he's getting millions of dollars and taken away from everybody else.
I mean, money
who
ain't
are you to say
these
people don't deserve this? And they've worked toward it all this time. And all his followers can say is, well, he don't take a salary. How do you know he really does not take a salary?
That nigga don't need that money. I'm not agreeing with them now. But I'm just saying that nigga done been rich. He been rich since I've been hearing the word.
No. He was not rich. He did not have money. He's coming into money now. Well, he was broke that first administration.
His father had money. He had money. His family
But he
had money.
wasted it.
But that,
How many times did he file bankruptcy?
I mean, it's smart to file Chapter 13. 50 Cent did it too. You know what I mean? The less they think you have, the less they can take from you. You know what I'm saying? It's it's a game. You know how that go. The richest people in the world go bankrupt. They have to. They have to tell, man, y'all not finna get me. You see where he buried his wife at? On the golf course because he didn't want to pay the taxes.
Yeah, because he didn't want to pay the taxes.
Yeah, that man's it ain't about spending money. Rich people don't keep money by spending it. You know that, right? That ain't how you stay rich. You know how you spend other people's money. So that's just what he's doing. He just a businessman that happened to end up being president. I don't agree with it, but when it come down to it, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna do what's best for your pocket. That's what he's doing.
I ain't against it neither. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you got a lot of people complaining. I don't like him. I think he, he's not to be like. However, if we talking about this now, shoot, I don't want to pay taxes. If I knew a loophole, I'd be doing what Trump is doing. And if people complaining,
but it's understandable on your level.
But I'm saying people
the top 1% not paying any taxes.
No, but people are complaining, like Democrats are complaining when
not
the
just Democrats, some of the Republicans.
But I'm saying the multitude is. But when the Democrats had the House and the Senate, they did nothing. They did nothing. They could have did exactly what Trump is doing.
Why would you want to go take everybody? You going into people's Social Security, and that's money that they made that was put aside for their future. How do you go in and say, I'm going to cut the veterans' benefits. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut that. But everybody else that's on your supposed level gets to keep everything that they have.
No, I don't agree with that. I mean, if we could flip it, right? All Social Security people ain't pay into. Like some Social Security, some of these guys ain't. I'm just saying guys. It could be guys and gals. They never had jobs, and they getting Social Security checks, be it disability or whatever form of it. They getting them. So some of that I don't agree with neither. When I don't.
But getting
my turn. Go ahead.
The immigrants pay $90 billion into Social Security, and they will never see that money. And getting rid of some of those undocumented wasn't smart either. They were giving us free money.
And how can you say you're going to get rid of immigrants when you have kids that are immigrants?
Well, he says some idiotic stuff, but
but the thing about him with all of these rash cuts, I'm not opposed to him going through and looking for ways to cut spending. We all know there are some stupid government grants, and we some wasteful stuff, like you buying a screw for $500. We know a lot of that kind of stuff is going on. I would have liked to have seen them take their time and comb through each one of them. Take about 3 months and comb through it. He was going through cutting stuff, and then he'll realize, oh, I cut the wrong people. I had to bring them back, and it makes him look incompetent. I don't care how much people.
He's always been incompetent. Yeah. It didn't take that to do it.
And then you're in your White House having a press conference, but you got this man in the back behind you with a black outfit on and a T-shirt with his son telling you all kind of crazy stuff in your ear. You're not the president. Shut your mouth. That's not. You know what I'm saying? I don't have confidence in my country because of that. You can say what you want to say about the Democrats. They do go to work. They have voted for some things. They're not sitting doing nothing. They have actually done some things. You have to go look up the record to say it. It might not have been. They do more socialist activities, which is what the 1% is against. They don't want to participate in helping nobody. But when we're under Democrats, we're able to buy houses. When we're under Democrats, we're able to get money for our businesses. We don't have,
and they're still not being fair about that. Either,
don't get it. I don't want to get it mixed up. I'm not for a Democrat or Republican. If you look at it, but I'm saying it is blame to be on both sides. I'm saying, the Republicans screwing it up or Trump is screwing it up or whatever, but every Republican don't agree with him. However, I'm just saying, when the Dems was there, when they had this power and they could have done more, they didn't. When they could have done more because black people, I guess we talking about black people, right? We are the biggest population, but percentage-wise, we are that gets affected. And they don't cater to our percentage. They cater to the whole. And we always get left out. So what do we really say? I'm not saying that everything they're doing is right. I'm not even saying they're correct. I'm just saying when we were there, we had a little more stronghold to do, and we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, somebody's trying to get on, and I'm trying to tell them how. But still, okay. Well, what do you think about this? Trump's federal hiring plan requires loyalty essays. New federal job applications under Trump require essays affirming loyalty to constitutional values, something that he don't even do, and presidential policies, which he only talking about his policies. Critics are calling it civil service gatekeeping. Now, come on. Who gonna read an essay? Why I gotta write an essay about why I should have a job in the government?
Same way you got to give your resume over to your job, man. You know what I'm saying? You want a place to talk. Put it in black and white and sign it, man. You know, your signature worth everything, dog. It's like a coat. You ask me, you sign. That's like signing over to that nigga. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Yeah, but come on. What is that supposed to prove? You can get AI to write you an essay. Chat GPT.
Yeah, they probably will. You know what I mean? You just want to see how many people are willing followers to do it.
I can write a good essay, but I can't work. I don't know how to work. But because I got a good essay, you gonna hire me. But I don't know. I ain't trying to learn the thing. When most of these jobs out here is nepotism. I hire you because you're related to me.
Yeah, all about who you know. You know?
I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about our Cougar Cravens. We only got three women on here tonight. So Paula Gilcrease, we're talking to y'all too, men. If here's the question. Let's set the table. If you could have dinner with any three celebrities, dead or alive, who's pulling up to your table and what's being served?
Any three celebrities. You got it.
Any three. Who pulling up to your table, dead or alive, and what are you serving them?
I think.
Or what are y'all eating on?
I don't know. Erica Badu, she vegan. What she do?
I don't know. Erica go from one extreme to another. I really don't know.
Whatever hell she want to go do, whatever ice cream, whatever she want to eat, cotton candy, however she get down, we can do it.
So you like Erica? Okay, that's one.
Erica. Who else? Shit. I like Fantasia. She tough too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She like to eat pork. We probably could eat some pork or some shit. We go to Shane's Rib Shack or some shit fucking with
who else?
Fantasia. Give me
it could be a male.
It could be a male.
Yeah, it's a dinner guest.
Oh, I thought you were saying, you know, somebody you into like that. Thought you were talking about the Cougar shit, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it says, let's set the table. If you could have dinner with any three celebrities, dead or alive, who's pulling up to your table and what's being served?
Oh, Erica's still on the, she's still there now. I still want to sit down with Erica.
You like weird. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. She's smart too now. But
yeah, I know she's smart. She's talented.
Yeah. Erica know how to read souls and shit. You know, she bottled. You
That's
know, she
scary.
bottled. Yeah, she bottled her vagina juice. I got to smell some of it. I want somebody to walk past me with some of it.
No, they used to say that she drinks her own urine. No, I don't
I
know
don't.
how true that is, but a lot of people used to do that.
We ain't gonna do that though. She can. We ain't
Are
gonna.
you
We ain't gonna
scared of
do it.
your own pee?
I ain't. I don't. After it's out of me, they ain't mine no more. It's not mine
Yes,
no
it
more.
is.
It's
It's
not
still on
mine
your
no more.
hand and on your
Nah,
britches.
nah,
Got a little
nah.
drop of.
P Diddy like PP.
See, there it go.
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 Harry
Nah,
O.
I don't know. Erica, you come back to me though, man. I'll tell you, I got. Let me think of them other two. I probably
Okay,
want to
you
eat.
think of it. Diane, you could have three
Yeah.
celebrities. Who would you have? Three celebrities at your table. And you better not say Mars Chestnut,
Oh,
because you're going to have me
I would
sitting at your
not.
table too.
I would not say Morris Chestnut, even if I wanted.
You don't want me to
uh,
come through this screen.
Believe it or not, I think I'd have Prince.
Prince?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my other man. Him and Michael
Wait, now,
Jackson.
hold up on this face back.
Y'all gonna be eating fruit. You sit down with Prince. Y'all gonna have a whole bowl of fruit.
I don't give a shit. I would just like to stare into his eyes or whatever. At least I got my.
I just want him to
At
feed
least
me.
I'm on my Zoom.
Pancake.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I can't think of
Who did you say,
nobody else.
Diane?
I said I
Who did
can't
you
think of
say?
nobody else.
Okay,
Wait a
Paula.
minute.
I think first, because I'm a woman in comedy, I would like to know her thought process and just listen to her. Is Mom's Mabley?
Okay.
I think she would be wonderful.
Okay.
Next person would be Johnny Carson, because that's what really got me thinking about comedy when I was a kid. I like
Okay. That's strange. That's strange that you picked a male, but go ahead.
I liked him, and I liked him and Don Rickles together too.
Yeah.
And I think I would like to talk to Kevin Hart for the living, because his business acumen. He's just, they talk about him. Oh, he's not funny, but the dude is.
I think he's funny.
He made some people laugh, because he wouldn't. I don't think he would have got where he is. Right. So yeah,
Well,
I like.
that's neither here nor there, because they do push people whether they're funny or not.
And if
You
they
know how that goes.
But for them to push you, you got to know how to let them push you. Some people get pushed and don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't take that.
Well, it's sometimes it's about who you know and not what you know.
And you got to know how to take. You got to know
who you do and not what you do.
I think you got to know how to figure that out. I don't think everybody knows how to seize opportunities. He does. That's what I'm saying. Steve Harvey, they know how to seize an opportunity. Whether you like them or not, whether you care for some of the things they do or say, they know how to seize an opportunity. Sherry Shepherd knows how to seize an opportunity. So some people get it, but they'll fumble it. They'll be liked, loved, or they'll be a industry plant, but they'll do something and fumble it, or they'll do something and like Chappelle and say, hey, I ain't going there. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. But I would just like to know just how, because he not only has been an industry plant, but he knew how to go get the Hart production. Yeah. He could have just let it be all about him, but he went and got the Hart production. He brought up his friends, just like Tiffany Haddish brought up their friends. So I do like that about her and him.
Okay. Harry O?
I don't know. I say I guess I'm going on the semi-intellectual movement side. Like I would like
you
to
have Big Bird or Big Bird, Elmo, and Cookie Monster.
Kermit, all of that.
Yeah.
Elmo sharp now.
No, on the real, I think it'd be like Malcolm X, just to see his views on certain things. Dr. Frances Crest Weldon, her views on a lot of things, and just to get maybe on the ratchet side, not ratchet. I don't even know. I didn't even think of that, but that turns. It could be multiple, like maybe a damn robot that's a combination of people combination of females. I ain't figured out that collage yet, but I'll work on it. If I figure it out before we get off the phone, I'll let you know.
What you mean you want like an AI kind of thing?
Hell yeah, with multiple women, you know, like a collage of certain women that I might be intrigued about. Yep.
So you're typically looking for a Barbara Carlyle, but you know it's going to take a couple of women just to.
I mean, you was the first generation. I don't need the first generation.
Ain't that some shit? This nigga say I would. What generation you on now?
I need
the first generation.
You was right before our robot came out. I need the real joint.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm the photo type. So stupid.
Y'all got me up to pick a baby boomer.
A baby boomer, yeah. Herlon Roberts, thank you for joining us, coming to us from Atlanta, Georgia. How are you doing today, Herlon? I don't think she hears me. Herlon, are you on? Diane, have you finished thinking about who? Hey, we're asking if you could have any 3 celebrities at a dinner table, who would it be, male or female?
First it'd be Queen Nanny of the Maroons, Nina Simone, Malik El Shabazz, Khalid Muhammad.
You don't need but 3 now.
That's like 7 people she done named.
And Garvey. I gotta put Marcus Garvey out there. I would love to sit at the table with Marcus Garvey, especially today. But yeah.
Okay. And why?
Why? With who?
With any of them.
Well, I want to know how Queen Nanny shaped in that bush. Nina Simone. I just want to listen. Yeah, I like to sit at the table with Nina Simone because she was a rebel, and I feel her spirit every day up in it. Malik Shabazz, Malcolm X. I would like to see his views today, and Garvey too. Garvey's views, how we falling today. We ain't got no economics. I would like to hear what he would have to say where we at to this day, you know. But Queen Nanny, I want to find out how she shaped in that bush and chop their heads off.
Shaking the bush.
Yeah, Queen Nanny of the Maroons. She came out of Jamaica. Okay. Well, they kidnapped her out of Ghana, and the Maroons. Okay, so the Maroons live to this day in Jamaica. It's called Maroon Town. But Queen Nanny was an empress. And when they kidnapped her, they threw her in the sugarcane fields and they raped her and beat her. But she broke loose. She shift-shaped in the bush. That's where the camouflage came from and the fatigue. It came from her. And the story of the British, they thought the trees was killing her. So that's why our spirituality is more powerful than religion. So when they talk about a witch and witch is evil, Queen Nanny was one of the original witches. They couldn't beat her. She turned into a bush and she chopped their heads off in trees. She shift-shaped. We can shift-shape.
You know, the first time I ever heard Jamaica,
she's on a $50 bill. She's on a $50. Queen Nanny's on a $50 bill in Jamaica.
Okay.
She's one of the warrior heroes. So I look up to her, and I would like to sit at her table because she conquered. She was a conquering lioness. The British had to come tell her they couldn't defeat her. They couldn't defeat her.
Okay.
Until
the first time. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Now, I was just saying to this.
She told me to go ahead, and then she started back talking. I want to get back to something that you said. The first time I ever heard
Peter Tosh too. I would like to sit at the table with Peter Tosh too. Yeah, I forgot about
Peter
him.
Tosh. Okay. The first time I heard about the shaping was when, I don't know if y'all remember back on HBO when they had the series True Blood.
Yeah, I remember.
And how they would change from the vampire to the animals back to humans, and that scared the mess out of me. And that's all I needed to see before I stopped looking at all that stuff. Now I can deal with the vampires, but all the rest of them.
Y'all women put on all that makeup, and you talking about shape shifting.
Shaping.
I know that's right. Speak that. That's the truth. eyelashes, all that bullshit. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
y'all can say what
bro.
y'all want to say. I'm gonna keep putting on makeup.
Okay,
Hey, bro,
Miss Barbara.
y'all already some shapeshifters, man. Go ahead, man.
Shapers, you dummy. You turn it around. You dyslexic person. You turning it around. We ain't no shapeshifter. It's shift shapers.
But y'all shapeshift.
Stupid.
Y'all put on them things too to make the waist small. Yeah.
They ain't got nothing. You stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You know what? To this day in Jamaica, because of her, if you ever go to Jamaica, go to the Maroon town, and the Maroons got their own town. They govern their own laws. Babylon, the system, they don't mess with them because they know they'll kill them. So they conquered. They are the conquerors, and they got their own land in Maroon town. So
well, they need to come to Georgia town, United States town.
They probably don't even like American black people.
Well, they had let the Haitian the Maroons system under the Haitian Revolution too. That's how they beat the Napoleons. The Maroons, they was powerful. They conquered their own situation. We got to be like them. We got to conquer. You know what? I would like to sit at the table with Empress Tutu, Menelik's wife too. Had she trained the lion and asked her had she trained the lions to catch the soldiers in Ethiopia? I like to sit and talk to her.
Damn.
So, what made you decide to get into all that? Because you seem to know a lot of history, but I also know that you smoke a lot. So, is it enhanced by your smoking, or does
no, it ain't the hands, but yeah, but you know what? Ganja will bring you to yourself, like Bob Marley. When you smoke that ganja, you know yourself, you know who you are. So no, my uncle was militant. So my uncle raised me off of Peter Tosh and Khalid Muhammad. I grew up off of Khalid Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
But like Garvey said, if you don't know your history, you don't know your roots, you don't know who you are. I want to know who I am. I don't want them to tell me who I am. I want to know thyself. So I always been like that. When I was in 6th grade, I went into the library and checked out Malik Sabaz's Malcolm X book. And I ain't been the same since, because I know this stuff ain't right. We got to know our history. Look at Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory used this platform to reach his people. Dick Gregory didn't care about laughs. He cared about shaking the people up. And Red Fox was best friends with Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Paul Mooney used his platform to turn up on them crackers and tell them what time it is. And you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's whole self out. He ain't funny. I agree with Cat Williams. Kevin Hart ain't shit. You know. Damn. Kevin Hart, I don't have no respect for him. He get the back row seat for me. Okay. To be honest with you, he did what a lot of other comics did. Like I agree with you, Miss Barbara Carlyles. You telling the truth. They will put people in position that is supposed to be in position because they kissing ass, not because they got talent. Okay.
Well, that's what any and everything. I mean, it's who they want. They push who they want. And but you know, if you're true to your destiny, you're gonna make it regardless. And I've always believed that. Diane Carter, it's time for you to come with your other two people. Did she go to sleep? Diane.
I've been watching Miss Diane Carter's things on Instagram. Miss cracking me up.
Oh, Diane does have a series out. I don't know the name of it. If she can get on, maybe she can tell us about it. Okay.
Am I on?
Yeah.
Am I on?
Yeah. She was talking about your series. So can you tell us a little bit about it on Instagram?
Oh, that's me and the series she's bipolar. Yeah. And I'm a runaway mother.
A runaway mother? I can't hear you, Diane. Harry-O, mute your phone.
All right. I got breakout anyway. I'll see you guys shortly.
Okay.
Hey, since
Thank you
Herline
for coming in.
Herline named 90 million people, can I add one more?
Yes.
I want to talk to Rumi Carter.
Oh, why Ruby? Why you want to talk to me, Elsie's little baby?
That little girl has been hilarious. She don't give a damn.
Why do you think they don't show the little boy?
Because he don't like people. I got a boy like that. They don't like people. I don't think nothing's wrong with them kids. I got two girls in that same age range, different age difference, like Blue and the other one, Rumi. And then the boy, he don't like people. He ain't come out the room. He ain't like, ain't nothing wrong with that boy. He just don't want to touch. She did show one video of him interacting with his sisters from baby up to now, but he probably just don't like. Some kids don't want to be bothered. Some are born. Some people are actually born introverts.
My great grandcat
I don't think nothing wrong with him.
My great grandcat don't like people, so I understand how they go.
And then most people nowadays, kids kind of cuckoo in damn way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think they're cuckoo.
All right.
These Gen X's, these Gen Alphas are a little off. I ain't gonna tell you. Ask the school teachers; they're a little off.
Okay, let's move on to real talk, real answers, and I want y'all to think very critically about what I'm trying to say. If you got to throw a joke in, but I want to know the real essence of what you think. Is it common for women to project when things don't go their way? Do women like to cause scenes when they can't get their way?
Expound on that a little bit.
Yeah, like they cry, or try not. Now you wrong. Now I end up apologizing for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
It had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, what the fuck I'm in trouble for?
Do we think with our heads, or do we think with our hearts, or do we try to use the two to manipulate? Are we manipulative?
Emotional creatures.
That's too general.
For okay, generally speaking, do we take it a little too far sometimes?
What
Yes.
Like in what? Like,
is it common?
Like in what?
For women to project when things don't go their way. In other words, the ghetto way is: do women go off on the deep end when they don't get their way?
Get their way? I don't know.
Yes, you do know, Paula. If you don't get if you're in a relationship, or if you're in any situation and you feel like they're doing something this way, and you feel like it should be done another way, you don't feel some kind of way about it? You don't try to interject?
What constitutes? Are you talking about, am I stomping, having a temper tantrum, or am I shutting down?
Whatever you do.
You dancing.
Sometimes we could take a simple situation and make it complicated just by our attitude.
I think we can.
The way we project ourselves. You done been in the back room and the guys ain't treating us right on a show or something. You know when they're trying to treat women as though they're the weaker sex, or they're, we're not as funny, we're not going to bring as many people, we're not going to do this, that, or the other. So you don't read too much into it, but I know you know what I'm talking about.
I just want to be fair when I say it, because I don't think everybody goes off the deep end.
But your fairness might not be my fairness, and in my fairness not be Mark Lee's. We just want to know what you think.
I'm saying, let me finish. I do think some people go off the deep end, yelling, screaming. Okay, but
we're only talking about women. We're talking about women.
That's considered being sulky or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And sulking is another way, or getting quiet and just not responding anymore could be considered that as well. And it don't necessarily mean they're putting on a big tantrum.
Well, if you're sulking and you doing all those
That's
other
what I'm
things,
saying.
that's part of leading to a tantrum.
I don't necessarily think
I mean,
everybody.
you're not
I don't
you
think
might even if you're being quiet and sitting in a corner sulking, just
right.
saying I ain't talking to nobody, I don't do nothing. It still in some way shows an attitude,
But
a
what?
projection of
Well,
your
why
You know
feelings.
what? I forgot. I left out Phoenix Shakur, y'all. I forgot Phoenix Shakur. I want to sit
Um,
at I want to sit at the table with her too. I forgot about her. Okay.
okay. Diane, do you think we project our feelings
Can you hear
sometimes?
me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I think so.
but I think
I think so. I think we predict that thing. Yeah. I think sometimes we might overdo it because we're mistreated and we don't take it well sometimes.
but I
And
think
we wear
We
our
express
hearts on
it.
our sleeves, I think.
no.
And we are emotional
I think
creatures.
so.
So if we don't get our way, I do think that we take it a little
And
far.
I think men do too. That's why I think this is an unfair question because I don't think men stay calm either. They have
They
tantrums.
stay a lot calmer than we do because
No,
men will walk
They
away.
no, they don't.
And men are decide right there while you having your meltdown that I ain't finna be
right.
with him no more. We
Maybe
ain't
Yep.
thinking like
They
that. We was
will.
like, I'm gonna have my meltdown and he better be there tomorrow.
everybody,
Right.
But
but I think women
That's real.
have a larger gamut of emotions. We might do the high, the low, the happy. This when men show emotion, it's usually anger. They show
I think
fear.
sometimes they have to be pushed to that
I don't
because
think
I
so.
think they tell you, going on now, going with that. I
Now,
just
see,
got home from
That-
work.
that's the problem. What if it the situation? That's where I'm confused because is it a conversation as in I'm in a relationship, or am I walking down the street and I tell a guy, a
You
guy,
just see that's the thing about it. Just like you can't answer me about a
that's what
simple question.
I don't necessarily agree. Women do that all the time.
You doing it now, kind of though.
Yes,
No, no.
that's exactly what I think.
You think the question is sexist, so you trying to
Yeah,
project like
exactly. And I'm not
that.
emotional. I'm truthful about it.
But that's what we're asking. Is it common for women to project when things don't go their way? Right now, this conversation ain't going your way. So you instead of saying yes or no, you're saying I don't understand the
I'm
question.
confusing. I can't say that going about. It's confusing.
How is it confusing? You're a woman. You can't answer for yourself. Diane, me, and her line might not have the same answer you have. It's what you feel.
Okay, now you're saying women, or is it me?
You're answering the question because you're a woman.
But
Polo, is
that's
your hair
not said.
blonder today than it normally is?
That's not what you said. You said, do you think women go off the deep end? Now, if you said me, I say, hell yeah. But if you say women, I can't be.
But you are included in women.
I can't say that about women. I don't think all women do that.
Polo, you are reading too much into.
I know. That's why
Okay.
I'm very technical. I'm very technical.
Okay, I get you. Okay, you say you could do it, but not too many other women do it.
It depends on the situation.
Okay, all right, Diane. What say you, Diane?
I say that generally I go off personally.
And I think I go off too. And I think the average woman goes off because we love to make a scene.
I don't make a
That's
scene.
right.
I sulk. I don't make a scene. I sulk. I'm the other way.
We
I'm gonna
sulk,
shut
and but in your sulking, you're making a scene.
maybe
Dramatic.
at least
Generally.
I'm not embarrassing anybody. I'm quiet.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Well, I don't know. I think the people who are loud and screaming are more embarrassing.
Yeah, they are. But
I'm not
it
loud.
depends how you with me, I would rather be in a car with whoever. Let's just say if it was a man on woman kind of situation, I would rather be somewhere. I would wait until I got somewhere where we were more private to go off. I'm not a public go off in public kind of person.
Me too.
Even if we're in the car and you fussing at me, I'm looking out the window because
I'm that way. I ain't gonna do
Me
too
too.
much in public. Yeah.
I'm not confrontational. You know,
Yeah.
until you push
That's
me
pretty
to a
much
limit.
it.
You know,
That's it.
my thing used to be I write down my emotions. You know, and I got to get back to that because I miss my diary. I really do. You know, I allowed someone to take that part of me away where I could write down my feelings. Now
See,
it's
I
like,
remember you used to write down everything, Bob.
yes, I did. I did,
I
Diana. And
remember that.
now I hate that I don't do that anymore because I know. Anyway, but okay, let's move to the next question. We got about 15 minutes left. If your partner wanted an open relationship, would you break up with them?
Yep.
Me too. I ain't no Cheryl.
Yep.
No. I
I
better
break
be
up.
enough. I better be enough. That's the way I feel about it. You go on and go. You you want somebody else? No.
I
And I
definitely
don't, and
break
I ain't mad
up.
at you. I ain't mad at you. Go live your life how you want to live it. Do your
Yeah.
thing.
Open usually don't mean. I'm gonna go. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, and I'll tell you what I think. Are y'all ready for
Diane,
me to say
Herlon,
something?
what you say?
I say no. I would
But
definitely break up. I wouldn't do
You
it.
say
you know,
no. You would rather break up than to share.
Yes, I would break up. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't. I'm a one person at a time person. Unless I've tried everything in a relationship to get this right, and then somebody comes along and starts showing me some attention, I'm gonna give you a chance to do what you're supposed to do. And when it don't happen, oh well, all bets are off.
Well, that ain't open. Open is like I was thinking open means like, all right, now you said.
I know what open means, but I would never be in an open relationship, is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
But
Okay, yeah.
yeah, you can push me toward someone else, but I'm not gonna go out and just, no, I'm
Oh,
one at a time.
okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I probably, you know what I'm saying, maybe just because I'm a dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like, some special time. Look,
Do
let's spice it
tell.
up. Let's spice it up here and there, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you
Not
trying to have a menage a trois?
You ain't got to do it every month. You know what I'm saying? Something come around, might be a nigga birthday. You be like, hey, look, this birthday here. You told me we could, we go find somebody. You pick somebody, right? I'll let her go choose. You know what I mean? That's what
So
open
what
was
if
to
she
me.
chooses another man?
It'll never be that, auntie. It'll never be that. You know what I'm
But you
saying?
said I'm gonna let her choose. Then you're
Nah,
not letting her choose.
we see me and her would have been and had that conversation of listen, ain't no nigga coming in here. We're not doing that. It's
Okay,
going
so what if she tell you ain't no woman coming in? So y'all back to two people.
That's what she would not open then. Then what you mean? The question don't even mean
Yeah,
nothing then.
that's what I'm saying. How can you make rules in openness?
I'm saying that if my partner was open to it and I'm open to it, then we can open
It's
up
got to
some
be
shit.
a woman. So
It
who
gotta be that.
benefits you?
She
Okay,
get to
so
pick.
would you be jealous if she started being more into the woman than you?
Not really.
How you know?
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I know. You know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be. You know.
What
I
if
don't
you
know.
found out they were seeing each other behind your back?
I'll probably be a little bit more devastated of you could have we could be over there together. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere if she ain't just gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Okay.
being honest. You know what I mean? I'm just being
I
honest.
don't think
You
you're
know what I
being
mean?
honest because you hesitated when you saw her going out the door with the other woman.
Nah. I can't come, but shit, I ain't got to go nowhere with shit. I'm gonna sit in here. I'm gonna cut the game on. Then y'all will be back. You know what I mean?
Now I thought the open relationship meant we both can go date whoever we want to. So
Yeah, that is what it means. But I'm just saying, I don't even want to consider that.
Nah, I ain't doing that
Oh,
either.
it's a few meanings to open. That's what I thought y'all was talking about. Like y'all talking about. Now y'all just talking about okay, we together this
People
month
going
in
out
May.
on
No,
Then in July
basically,
you
it's
dating Larry in July.
you date as many people as you want, but still in a relationship with me. That kind of open borders, like Trump want to close the borders.
That's what most single people doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you just got a
That's
friend,
that newfangled stuff. I'm still old fashioned.
I'm just saying
One at a
if you're
time.
not living with that dude Auntie, if you ain't living with that dude and you coming by here and again, there and again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all call each other maybe next week or something. You know, both of y'all still kind of open. If y'all not living together like that, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't consummated it like
just
that.
because we're not living together don't mean I'm seeing anybody else.
Oh, it's how exclusive that y'all call y'all.
No, I think it's the age difference, as you said, you know, because these modern day women, they off the chain.
Yes.
Oh God, ain't they?
Yeah, I think when you're in
everything.
When you're in the dating phase and you haven't said to each other we're monogamous in order to go say let's open it up, then I think that's what he's talking about. You sharing anyway. You just don't know.
Pretty much doing that anyway. Yes, right. That's what I was saying.
What we're talking about is you cross over to the point we say, hey, we've been a couple, we are a couple, we don't see each other. Then all of a sudden, a few years in, you go, hey, can we open the relationship? I think that's where we're saying no. Because we agreed to a monogamous relationship. You know, it's not where I'm just dating you off and on and we seeing each other and we really haven't made a commitment of any kind to each other. People may know we date or know we be together, but it's not necessarily a union, whether you're married or not. But once we cross over and say we're monogamous, and then you want to backtrack and go the other way, I'm going to probably say no. That's how I see it.
I know I'm going to say no.
I do too.
But I think maybe it's the age kind of difference thing. Mount Lizzie is a lot younger than us, and
I'm 43 years old. I ain't that young, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but 43. At 43, I've always been a one man kind of person. I saw a lot of people that I was like, but you know, looking ain't sexing, I guess. You know, and looking ain't cheating, I don't think, unless you keep looking.
I'm saying you would think with y'all being comedians, y'all be on the road. Your husband can't go on the road with you. You never know with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't one of us got a husband, so.
But I think for women on the road is lonelier because the men go hang out. We can't just
the men always take something back to the room most
of the time. You can't just hang out.
I can't do it. I can't later play. I gotta later stay.
Yeah, it's not safe for us.
I like that. I like that. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
later play.
I'm saying the women, y'all could definitely go later.
I can't wake up and be on social media and hear somebody say, "Oh, I had Barbara Carlyles in all kind of positions yesterday."
Yeah,
it'll never happen. I don't care how good you look and how sexy you are.
And it's not safe. It's really not.
Yeah, it's really not. Really not. Hell, you can get the measles and think you got a cold. I did not know that.
So y'all single women telling me y'all go on a 6-7 month tour.
Happened? I don't see y'all no more. What happened?
We can hear you though.
Listen.
What happened?
See you. You can't hear us either?
Yeah, I hear y'all. I'm talking to y'all. There you go. Okay. I hit my mouse and it must have changed. Y'all on the road
6 months. Say you got a 6-month tour. You know what I'm saying?
I done been on the road 48 years and still. Well, for the last 9-10 years.
And we're not approaching people, and most men are
afraid to approach
us. Yeah.
Why? Why you think they're afraid to approach y'all? Why you think men
think we're gonna crack a joke on them?
Because most of the time they already think we got somebody. Second of all, they think they're gonna end up on stage in some kind of way in our monologue. And the other part is they don't think they really stand a chance.
So y'all think y'all intimidating?
No, it's not. It's not us.
That's all I heard.
It's the thinking is on somebody else. I never stood on stage and said nobody better not come talk to me. You know, it's how people see you, not how you see yourself.
I just never been, because I know your auntie, you're a star, but I just never been starstruck like that, man. I can't.
Yes, you are, because you sat here ranted and raved about Erykah Badu.
There's a difference with Erykah. Now, Erykah changed lives.
Ain't that some?
You know, it's different. That woman different. Y'all know she different, man. Y'all know that. Y'all know that woman got
Okay,
a
so
whole.
then the people
She
might
ain't different.
think
That's a roster
Paula's
woman.
different,
She know who
Diane's
she
different,
is.
That
Erlana's
lady
different,
different,
She
man.
ain't.
Barbara's
That's
different.
fine.
She done changed some dudes that had some strong minds, dog. Like she done
Oh
changed
yeah,
shit.
she done had some.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
that's the spirituality part of the black woman. When the black woman know they self, they know who they are. When a black woman, a spiritual black woman is the most powerful thing because she hold all the access. She know who she are. Everybody do know thyself. That's a Rasta empress. She know who she is. That's why she can do it. What old Set do? Went track down Osiris, right? So we wouldn't be here for that spirituality. We here through spirituality. Erykah Badu ain't nothing but old Set all over again. Look at her. Look how she walked. The
I ain't gonna
story
tell
of
you, I don't know who Offset is, because I
the
want people
creator,
to think I
the
know.
Yeah, I thought you
creator,
said Offset. I thought we
the
were talking
creator
about
of Miss
You said
Migos.
Barbara
Offset, you
Carlisle.
so
Yeah,
stupid.
no, we talking about the
Oh,
Migos, my
said,
nigga. Yeah.
Ice, the creator, where you come from. That's why it's good. You got to know your history. That's the order to know the Most High. You got to know your history. People say they know that Most High, but how you know if you don't even know your history? You got to know who you got to know who you are to know the Most High. The Set is the creator. That's where you come from. They lied. That's why they gave you the Adam and Eve story. Set and Osiris. The Egypt, that's where you come from. Set, that's what Genesis is. It's Isis. Because the Greek changed their name to Isis. That's where you come from. Go look in the mirror. You Set. Okay. But all I'm just saying, man, I forget what I know what I want to say. Miss Barbara Carlisle, why you ain't wrote no book? Talking about you been on the road for all them years. You and Diane Carter should have been wrote a book. Y'all the
You
teachers
know, it's
belong in this.
hard to. I started writing, but
It's very
it wasn't no
hard. I
Tell
I
Carlana,
started.
tell
autobiography.
Diane to finish that book.
Her and Miss
Diane got a
Barbara
book too.
Carlisle.
I don't know how
Listen,
long I've been trying to get this book written. She
They
does.
don't understand that you go through what do you call it? When
A
you
block.
don't
Writer's
know,
block.
A mental
writer's
block.
block. Yeah,
Yeah, I go to writer's block.
because especially I was able to write as long as things were going fine in my life. I was
well,
able
you
to.
ain't never
It
died
was
because I
fluent for
got
me.
writer's block
But then
right
when I
now.
started having turmoil in my relationships, it kind of messed me up, and
Yeah.
I didn't feel free to write what I needed to write. You know what I'm saying? And now
Same
somebody done
problem.
stole my little thing because I had it going on. I cannot find it. I gotta find it. It's around here somewhere.
I'm trying to come down. Where y'all gonna be, Miss Barbara Carlisle and Diane Corder? I'm trying to come.
In my hometown.
Twin
Okay,
City.
I'm gonna hit you red. I'm trying to go. I supposed to go to the Harriet Tubman Freedom Fest in South Carolina, but I'm gonna skip that. I'd rather come see y'all.
You
I'd
got to
rather come
run.
see you and
Are you
Diane
driving?
Corder. Yeah, because it's once in a lifetime I get to see y'all. When you get to see people,
Well,
I'm for real.
I'll send you. It's
So
straight down
sweet.
I-16. It's right there in Meta.
Yeah. I ain't
That's
Not
got no
that
easy.
far.
car. I'm on the MARTA. Somebody going to have to give me a ride. I got gas money. I'm gonna see if she give me a
Who
Yeah,
is
you got to be
Hershey?
careful. You go see your auntie them out there,
Diane.
man. You got to wear tennis shoes. Fuck around to step
You
on
go see
pecans.
who?
I say you gonna
Step
see
on
you out there in
pecans.
metal.
You stupid.
You gonna have to wear tennis shoes, no flip flops. You gonna step on nothing but pecan shells out there.
Oh, you stupid. No,
I
that
ain't
they're
Yeah.
in the car.
talking shit.
I
I'm
know. I know.
barefooted. I'm barefoot. Eat my hands. Huh?
Um,
Yeah, you and
I
Miss Diane Corder need to write a book. Both y'all need to write a book and put y'all can, man, y'all can teach
I
a
gotta get
whole lot of
married
people.
first. I can't write no book if I ain't married.
Well, that's the start, Miss Barbara Carlisle, and
Right.
that's gonna be the end. You could be teaching. You and Miss Diane Corder, y'all could be teaching. Y'all the teachers. Y'all got more history than
Paula, you
anybody.
ain't right.
And I ain't talking about them superstars on stage, y'all. I mean, now I'm talking about y'all. Y'all got the history. Y'all got the story. I'd rather sit down and learn from y'all, not from no superstar.
Well,
Y'all, because
that
y'all
is
the
very
superstar.
flattering, but
I'm
with,
dead serious.
everything that's going on today, I mean, we're just trying to keep our head above water with this dummy in
That's why.
place.
That's
Auntie,
why.
I'll help you write the
Uh-huh.
book, Auntie. I can write very well. I'll help you. All you gotta do is set me up with Tiffany.
Now you be putting Erica Badu in my book.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. I love Erica Badu. I'm gonna
I
listen to
love
him.
Erica too. I've always loved her.
Hey,
I
I'm
my
like her.
listening
sister.
to it tonight.
You know what
Hey,
her
my
favorite song for me is? Yayo.
What?
And I know Yayo,
Hmm.
she's talking about Reefer and whatever, but I love her singing that song. All those
Man,
notes she hits.
that lady, there, the only person I would be
You
starstruck
know
by.
what?
That's the only
That's why I
person.
respect the Dirty South so much, because I respect the Dirty South so much because Dirty South, yeah, I learned a lot from her. She taught me more than what I need to know, and I'm applying it now. I really need it now. I'm applying it now, and it's setting it now. People talk about and look down on her, but if they actually knew, if you sat down and listened to her, you
I
gonna
don't
learn
think
something.
it was a matter. Well,
I
they
don't give a
did
shit.
talk
I don't care if Dirty
and
South
look
drunk a
down on
damn
her, but
river up. I learned a
they
lot while
were
I
they,
was drinking that
they were
damn
very
river.
intimidated by Dirty and Dirty.
They was. They really was. But Dirty was smart. And she was a Scorpio
Dirty was
woman just like
smart, but
me.
Dirty was also sensitive, and they know they could play on her emotions.
Yeah,
You know.
well, she a Scorpio like me. We Scorpio women. We love when nobody don't love us back. She gave out love when
Well, you must be a
Dirty love
Virgo
when they didn't
then, so
love
that
her
me.
back. I watched her. I watched her. That's why I was gonna cut Steve Brown throat that night at Atlantic County Theater. I don't give a damn. I call my uncle.
Damn.
Nigga. You'll get rolled up in the carpet. I don't give a damn about no comedy. I'm a thug first.
You a
Damn.
thug.
Damn.
You a
Steve
thug
Brown,
with
you talking about
reasons.
the nigga that was fighting on stage? That's Steve.
Now he made Dirty South cry on her birthday. I don't play that shit. I was gonna kick his ass up in
Yeah,
there.
he
I'd
was the
cuss.
one that was at the he and the guy in the audience got, and they were throwing the microphone stand and all that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But Dirty, I learned so much from Dirty. I learned so much. Dirty helped me through my brother's death. I'm damn serious. I was broken when I came down here, and she helped me. That's why I love her to this day. But I learned so much from her, and it ain't even comedy. I learned my thyself. I learned who I was on a whole lot of things. I learned how to be comfortable, to be more myself and not be just. Cause Dirty was herself. She didn't give a shit about what you said and what you did. And that's what I loved about her. She didn't give a shit. She didn't pretend. I don't like to be around no pretenders. But she was a Scorpio. She loved when they didn't love her back. And that's what Scorpios do. We'll love you when they don't love us back. We'll love the shit out your ass.
That's
But
what
when we
that's what
done, we gonna come
that's what
paralyzed.
Scorpios do, and that's what Barbara Carlisle does. So I'm a Virgo Scorpio. But anyhow, y'all, it's time for us to wrap this
I
up.
believe that because you got a heart, Miss Barbara. I believe that.
No.
Yeah.
All right. I want to thank
Capricorn.
everybody for coming out. Please tune in again with us next week. Bring some more people. Tell some more people. Ask them that even if they don't want to come on, tell them. Oh my God, here we go again. If they don't want to come on, tell them to follow us on Facebook or any other streaming, and they can pick it up the next day on YouTube. So, what am I doing? I'm gonna keep my hand off the mouse. I got to keep my hand off the mouse. Before I go, I want to reiterate to anybody who might be listening out there in Zoom land that we will be in Metter, Georgia this weekend for the Zoom Fest. Um, it starts at 4 p.m. on Saturday. We will be hitting the stage around about 6:30, somewhere in that vicinity. Uh, I don't think we'll be coming down to be in the parade because I sure don't feel like walking in no parade. You know how long a parade take. Now, if they let me ride on one of them horses, no, I don't know. But anyway, so and then Sunday night we do have a comedy show hosted by Don Mega, Sherman from the Tyler Perry series, and the Real Housewives of Comedy. At least four of us, three of them will be joining us on future shows, but you will only get the pleasure of seeing four of us. We will have merchandise for sale, and we just hope you come, and we're gonna have a autograph signing and all that kind of thing. So come out and meet uh, four of the real Housewives of Comedy. And with that being said, I want to say, everybody have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Good
Hey,
night,
I want to
everybody.
bring y'all to Atlanta, Miss Barbara Carlisle and Diane Corder. I want to bring y'all the Atlanta Housewives here, and I think I got I know I got a perfect spot, and I think I know I do. I gotta figure it out. But I want to know what I had to do to get, because Miss Diane Corder.
Just get in touch with Paula.
Okay, because I know she in Chicago.
Because she knows the Atlanta area, and we'll talk to see how many. You let us know if you want all 7 of us, or you just want what certain ones, and we'll make it happen.
Or Alicia Coley, because Alicia Coley has some good spots.
Yeah, I know a night. I know I know I can get spot. I got a spot. It's nice. It's real nice, and I think I can do it there. But I want to get you and Miss Diane Corder and Paula, but I know she in Chicago, so I got to see what I got to do to get it together. You know,
It's called
numbers,
buying a ticket. Yeah, you got to get the numbers together.
Yeah.
We ain't that expensive yet, but we getting there. I want to thank everybody for coming on. As I said, it's raining, man.
No, they keep saying Scorpios in the comment section. What about the Capricorns, man? We ain't gonna do us like that.
Oh, I didn't see the comments.
Yeah, they talking about Team Scorpio over there. Scorpio moon here, baby.
Oh, that's like mine. They must be Scorpio. Yeah. So all 3 of y'all Scorpios, okay.
Capricorn.
All right. All right, y'all. Good night. I love y'all.
Night.
Diane and Paula, I'll see y'all.